brought to you by WellnessPLUS.tv and made possible by the generous donations of Psychetruth Patreon supporters.
Hi yogis, Julia here. This practice was made for you in mind. It is my practice and the flow that I've been teaching a lot lately, and something that I try to consider the whole body. So it is all about balancing the quads, the core, making sure that you're elongating, a lot of really great invigorating poses. So I hope that this equips you so that you can go out and be energetic for your day. Maybe you start this out in your morning and you get this really nice feeling of empowerment so that you can take on the world. So this is my gift to you. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll begin. All right, yogis, let's begin at the top of your mat in a standing position, Tadasana. When you're here, we're going to start building from the bottom up. So we're going to lift all 10 toes away from the mat, gently placing down the pinky side edge to big toe, sealing your arch and heel into the mat. So what that does is fire up your calves, and then you're slowly going to lift the thighs away from the knees, not hyperextending, but also not bending too deeply to where you can feel as if your feet are being pulled apart to the width of your mat. That is going to light up your IT bands, and you're going to pull your belly in taut and tight, almost as if you were pulling your belly button straight back to your spine. And notice that it naturally lifts your chest. Your rib cage are going to feel like they're splaying a little bit so that there's a curve in your back. And what you want to do is try to get your spine, your tailbone, to shoot down as straight as possible so that your shoulders stack over your hips and your hips over your heels. When you're ready, you can sweep the arms out and up. Feel the expansiveness of your chest, and then soften the shoulder blades so that they rest back into their sockets. Keep your head square and straight. Take a nice deep breath in, and then on an exhale, just give yourself this nice cactus opportunity to bring the rib cages close together, shoulder edges to the sides. Take a nice deep inhale, feel the belly lift. Exhale, let it go. See if you can deepen your shoulders and elbows a little bit closer to your side bodies. Then when you inhale, sweep the arms, look up, and exhale, fold over, giving yourself this nice inversion and pedaling out the knees, pedaling out the legs. Maybe your belly rests gently on your thighs. Grab opposite elbows and sway left and right, and anchor down whichever side is the opposite. So if I'm over to my right, I'm going to anchor down my left side. And if I'm over to my left, I'm going to anchor down my right. I'm going to take some nice deep inhales, maybe pigeon toe my feet where my big toes touch to relieve my lower back. And then inhale, halfway lift. Take a nice inhale, let the belly pull up and in, flatten the shoulders, straighten out the back, breathe into the middle part of your back, your thoracic spine, and see if you can feel the tailbone shoot back behind you, the top of the head, crown of the head forward as you exhale, fold. Be here for a little while, because when we invert, we get our head below the heart, shake out the head, yes and no, remove the tongue away from the roof of the mouth, and then inhale, halfway lift again on your inhale at your own pace. When we invert and get our head below our heart, we're slowing down. We're allowing the head to be loose, and we're also allowing ourselves time and space to just process relieving anxiety and depression that may occur throughout our normal life. You might be feeling the sensations in the back haunches, your glutes, your hamstrings, and then do one more halfway lift just with your breath. Soften the shoulders and see if you can pull the belly button up and in counterintuitively, and then drop the hands down by your feet and walk your feet back into a little plank pose. We're going to shift forward and back, firing up those arches. Spread your fingers wide, middle fingers parallel to the sides of the mat. Feel the outsides of the legs really fire on as well. And then dip the right hip down. Feeling in on the side bodies. Maybe micro bending that left and right elbows back towards your hips. And once you're here, you're going to slowly drop your knees to your mat. As your toes are untucked, you're going to walk your hands underneath your wrists and underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And you're going to slowly inhale, draw the chest up, feel as if the string was in your sternum and the tailbone was shooting back. As you exhale, lift the chest, the back body up into the back part of your spine in your cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly. Now, as you begin, you're going to walk your hands out towards the corner of your mat, bring the knees together, suspend into a puppy dog pose, letting the chest lead. As you begin, you can drop the forehead down, maybe untuck the toes, give yourself this nice moment to soften the shoulders. Take a few moments, roll out the forehead, and gently lift back up. Walk your hands back towards your shoulders. Tuck your toes and let your knees hover for 2 breath cycles. Eyes of the elbows facing one another, and feel the forearms and the biceps and triceps fire on, and pull the arms away from each other. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale pushes you back into your downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet again. Widen your feet to give yourself more space for your lower back. Microbend into the elbows. Let your head be long and loose here. No tension, no tightness. We're going to inhale, lift the heels, lift the hips. Exhale, soften the heels. Soften the belly. Push the belly towards the inner thighs. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth. Let it go. See if you can bend the knees again, almost as if you were crouching. Still no tension in the head and neck. Hold for yogi pose for just 2 more breaths. Rooting into your toes. Feeling the firing of your thighs, and then slowly lift back into your downward dog. Look in between your hands and wrists. Make your way to a forward fold by gently stepping, maybe coming onto your tippy toes, bending your knees whenever you feel your belly graze the thighs. And then bend slightly into the knees, tailbone shoots down and out, and grab opposite elbows once more. This time, see if you can stack your belly onto your thighs, and then as you slowly lift, halfway lift, hands make contact with your calves or to block or to the mat. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive or ragdoll. Today I'm going to do ragdoll. My head and neck is going to come up last. It's going to lead with that middle thoracic spine, very much like my cat pose. And then I'm going to pull the shoulders up towards my ears and down the spine. Let's integrate the arms, and we're going to slowly add on to that little vinyasa flow. We're going to bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step back into your plank pose. Shift forward and back onto your tippy toes, and then on an exhale, shift all the way forward. Exhale, elbows come down by your sides. Release all the way down, untuck your toes. Inhale lifts you up into mini cobra, looking towards the top of your mat. Tops of the feet root into the mat, knees lift. Feel the arch of the back, and then pull the shoulders up towards your ears and down the spine. Maybe your hands hover. Feel the glutes fire on. Maybe you lift your feet. Exhale, plant your hands down. Tuck the toes. Lift up into your plank pose. And then finally lift the hips into your downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, belly towards the thighs. Microbend the elbows down towards the mat or back towards the shoulders so that you can feel the expansive opening of your rib cage and the expansive opening of your back body. And then when you're ready, walk your feet close together. Inhale, reach that right leg out and up. Right hip square to the left into the mat. Exhale, right knee to nose. Crunch in. Inhale, reach it back out and up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Bend the elbows back. Inhale, reach back out and up. Exhale, right foot all the way in between your hands and wrists. Circle down this left foot into your one. Slowly reach the arms out and up. Feel this nice stretch on the back calf. This left hip wants to meet the right. Take a nice deep inhale. Feel the belly push forward, and then tailbone shoots down in between the legs. Right knee wants to graze towards the right side of the mat. Then you're going to slowly exhale, interlace your fingers. Press the chest up, that sternum string, microbend into the elbows. Exhale, fold inside of the right leg. Humble warrior. Take a moment. You can also place your hands onto the back sides like your pants have pockets. And then finally, walk your hands out towards the left side of your mat. Push into your warrior one lower body, downward dog, upper body. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Walk your hands back to frame your front right foot. Come high up onto the back left toes and center in towards the middle of your mat. Reach that right leg back out and up. Bend into the right knee, stack the hips. Notice that the right shoulder wants to open. You want to keep your shoulders square to the mat. And then take mini or major, your choice, circular motions with that right knee. Exhale that right foot down. Pedal out the knees. Inhale, reach those heels up. Exhale, knees come down. Push back into your child's pose. Hands can be outstretched wide, coming into spidey fingers, softening the shoulder blades. Or another variation is to bend into the elbows and place your hands to the back of your neck, back of your head, softening and outstretching the elbows closer toward your ears, giving yourself this bicep-tricep stretch. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, softens. Slowly reach your hands back out towards the front of your mat. Walk them back underneath your shoulders. Press up. You're in your tabletop position. Flow through your own cat-cow. Notice the eyes of the elbows facing forward. Try to face them towards one another. And as you inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, pushes the mat away. One more time if you need. Gently walk your hands out towards the mat, width of the mat. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Pull the knees together, then widen them out. Notice the difference on how that feels into your hips. Do that almost like I feel like I'm dancing. And lift the hips back up. Slowly pedal out the feet. Look in between your hands and wrists. Hop, jump, step to forward fold. Big toes touch. Bow in reverence. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Let's get into the wrists. This is something that I like to start my mornings off because I know that I'll be using them a lot throughout the day whenever I'm doing my yoga teaching or doing these videos. So I'll bring my hands to my third eye. Elbows out wide. And as I slowly bring the elbows down, softening the shoulders into their space, I might notice that my wrists dip lower than my elbows. The toes are lifted away from the mat as well, micro bending into the knees, feeling everything tight and taut. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, hands come overhead, open up, circle it out. Grab fists. Give yourself this nice circular motion forward, then go the opposite way. You might feel this nice little expression in your wrist if you need. And then push this left hand out. Pull the fingers back. Soften the shoulders. Pull the belly in. What's happened to your lower half? Toes still lifted. Left hand down, soften. Right hand, fingers back. Right hand, fingers down. Shake it out. Inhale, sweep the arms back out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step back into your plank. Chaturanga Dandasana as you shift forward. Exhale. Elbows come to sides, then gently lift the chest. Tops of the feet and hands only thing on the mat. See if you can feel that sternum lift. Exhale, tuck the toes. Push back into your downward dog. We did our right side. Let's do our left. As you inhale once more, bring this left leg up, back behind you. Exhale, lift knee to nose. Crunch in. Inhale, sweep that left leg back out and up. Keep the hips square, left knee to elbow, crunch side. Inhale, sweep back out and up. Left foot comes in between your hands and wrists. Hop this right foot up just a little bit to the outside of the mat, so when you sweep the arms up into your warrior one, you can feel a little bit more of the opening so that your hips can be square towards the front. Take a nice deep inhale, maybe roll the shoulders back, sweep the arms out and up, let the hips sink, and then interlace your hands back behind you, lift the chest. Micro bend into the elbows, maybe your thumbs meet your tailbone as you slowly revere in towards your left knee. Take an eye gaze out towards the back right foot. Maybe your hands come towards your lower back. Let the head and neck go. And as you're ready, slowly release those arms, push into the right side. Warrior one, lower body. Downward dog, upper body. Pull the legs together as you slowly walk your hands to frame the front left foot. Bring the right foot back, high up on the tippy toes, and then sweep that left leg out and up. This time bend into the left knee. Keep your shoulders square towards the mat. Get some nice liberal opening of these circles into the left knee this time. And then on an exhale, plant it back to meet its partner onto the mat. Pedal out the feet. Inhale the knees, straighten. Exhale the knees, lower. Walk your hands back out towards the front of the mat. Soften. Feel as if someone was grabbing your wrists and someone was pushing down onto your lower back in your child's pose. Releasing any type of energy, emotions you've been holding. On an inhale, walk your hands back towards your shoulders, lift up into a tabletop position, flow through your cat-cow whenever you'd like, and then let's bring the knees together, hands close together in our tabletop. You'll outstretch that right hand as if you were shaking someone's hand, and then stretch that left leg back. Take a nice deep inhale, flex those left toes down towards the mat, and then when you're ready, kick that left heel in towards your glute. Reach back with your right hand, micro bend into the left elbow as you begin to outstretch. Pulling that right knee in towards the midline, opening up that shoulder. Look back, hold, get a side body stretch. Exhale, come back through center, stamp that back wall with the left foot. Exhale, hand comes down to meet where it was. Push back into the hips, and we'll go over towards the left. Left hand reaches out as if it's shaking a hand, and then reach that right foot down, square the hips. Take a nice deep inhale. Whew. Then kick that right heel in towards the glute, and reach that left hand back to meet the ankle as you lift up. Kick into the hand. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Unwind. Kick that left foot back. Hand comes down. Foot comes down. Knee comes down. Push back into your child's pose. Roll forward like a wave. Tuck the toes. Press up into your downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Notice if you've made more space for yourself. Maybe the heels can get closer towards the mat. Lift the heels high away. Take a nice deep inhale, hips lift. Exhale, belly softens towards the thighs. When you're ready, this time walk your hands back towards your knees, towards your feet. Lower the hips down towards the feet. And allow yourself to come into this nice yogi hug. Walk the feet out towards the mat with distance. Lift up maybe for a moment, and then come down into your yogi squat. Shift forward and back, side to side. And then we'll plant this left hand down, sweep the right arm up. Look up towards the ceiling. Let that left hip sink a little. Exhale, opposite side. Plant the right hand down, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, fold. Now we'll slowly come up like an elevator system. Inhale slowly, hold, and slowly come into your goddess pose. Lift the toes, Bend into your goddess pose again. Notice if your knees are pushing past your ankles. And let's get some nice rolling into the side bodies. So it starts with dipping the right. Oh, I feel my back give. That's amazing. And then slowly let it be the first. So if you dip the right shoulder down, it comes through and then reaches back out and up. We'll start with the left then. Let the left lower first and then reach up. Let the left reach down and then up. Work on the balance. Tailbone shoots down on your final side. And then drop your hands in towards your knees. Right shoulder comes across, look up over the left shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale. Left shoulder dips, look over the right. Then when you're ready, bring your hands to heart center, lift the legs, heel toe, in towards the middle of the mat. And notice that the energy will flow through you freely and it'll highlight and flush out any tightness that you've had. We'll inhale, reach that right leg up as if it was standing on a box. Then open up that right knee, almost like it was stepping on something. I consider this to be kind of this Captain Morgan's integration, not to be referencing alcohol. But anyway, you'll reach your left hand out to counterbalance. Take a nice deep inhale. Soften the shoulders. Then you'll slowly come back through center. Kick this right foot in towards your glute. Drop the right hand in towards the arch side and for your dancer prep. Bring the knees together. Pull the belly button in. Knit these lower floating ribs. And see if you can outreach this left hand. With the left hand soften, you can slowly begin to kick into the right. Very much like how we did when we were in our tabletop, getting into this dancer prep too. This time you're just on your foot, on your left side, rather than your knee. So then you can gently come out like a pendulum. Take a nice deep inhale, and then reach this leg back out. All the while standing on this left knee. When you're ready, kick that right foot back in towards your glute again. I know we'll get over onto the left soon. Flush it all out. And then kick into your warrior 3 variation. Hands can come out towards the sides. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, drop the hands standing splits on the left side. Now while your left foot is suspended, toes flexed, you can come into opening up. Stacking the hips, working on balance, seeing if you can get your hips square to the side, looking up towards the right fingertips. Flex those right toes, and if you'd like, you can kick that foot in, bend into the knee, and reach back for a bow-like posture. Exhale, let's go ahead and cartwheel the hands down. Bring that right knee into nose. Get this nice little squat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Whew. Walk it out. Maybe your fists come down towards your hips. Maybe you get a few squats. Let's do the left side. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, reach that left foot out like it's stacked on a block. And then when you're ready, open up towards the left side. Take your maybe calf with your left hand and outreach that right arm. Soften the shoulders. Pull the belly button in. Flex those left toes towards the knee. Hold here. Then exhale, come back through center. Left foot still lifted. See if you can square those hips. Drop that left heel towards the glute, and then outreach with the left hand. Go for the arch side. Knees come together for your dancer prep. You're doing the work. Even if you're not kicking into the hand, you're letting the knees come together. You're getting this nice quadricep elongation sensation over on the left side. And then reach the right arm up. Kick into the left hand. Feel the arch at the back. Pull the belly button up and out. And then pull the belly button back towards the spine. Flex those left toes. See if you can bend a little more. maybe micro bending into the right leg. Exhale, come back through center. Once your hands and your knees have touched, you can bring this left foot back. If it's stepping on a block, root into the big toe of the right foot, and then come into your warrior three. Try to keep that same integrity of the length of time on the left side, since you know where you're going, that you had on your right. We tend to move faster on our left than we do from our right side. So be sure to stay for the exhale here for our warrior three, then standing splits. Try to scissor the legs together even though they're pulled apart. Flex those left toes down, square the hip. Take a nice deep inhale, and then go ahead and square the hips and place this right hand in front, left hand up towards the sky. Begin to take your eye gaze up towards your left thumb. If you're feeling adventurous, you can kick that left heel in towards your glute and maybe reach back, getting another quadricep stretch. I'm just going to square off my hip and then exhale, fold. Pull that left knee into nose. Get a nice squat. Inhale, lift the hips. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, lower the knees. Great, so after our floor series, we're going to come down onto our sides. And we're going to get into more of our quadricep and balancing on our, I like to call it the ridge of the side body. So what this does is it helps our balance and helps our core. So when you come down, I want you to elongate your left side and elongate pointing your feet. See if you can reach your legs out like that string that goes across, and see if you can balance onto that hip. You might notice that you roll back a little bit. You might notice that your hand wants to come down. But once you're here, see if you can lift up, working on the core. I feel like a fish. And then you can flex and kick back with your right leg. Grab for this quadricep. See if you can reach up a little more. Woo! And roll onto your glute. And stay. Pull into the obliques. And then release. Woo! See if you can come on to the other side. Let me move this back. And then elongate the right. Point the toes, lift the leg. See if you can balance on that hip. Remove the left hand. Kick that left heel back. Maybe you're surfacing on that bicep, tricep. See if you can lift a little more, and then lift your hand, lift your leg. Balance, and one side might be easier than the other. See if you can straighten out, and then exhale down. Whew. Then finally, we'll conclude this intensive standing and minimal floor series with a supine twist. Getting into our figure four and supine twist by outstretching the left leg, reaching the right leg across, pulling the legs in, and then lifting from the hip, softening the left shoulder across to the outside of the right. Twist, middle back, upper back, lower back, looking over the right shoulder. Taking a moment here. Not dumping into this right armpit here. Pushing away and coming back through center. Switch out the sides, elongate the right leg. Pull this left leg in towards the shoulder socket. And then place the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Outreach the right arm. Notice that I'm not pulling up. I'm keeping all my shoulders squared to the front, softening the shoulders, and then twisting. So then when I twist and look over my left, you might have heard that little crick. My back just gets into alignment. I look over the left shoulder. I'm not dumping into this left shoulder. I'm pushing up, trying to make this straightness from over my hips, from the top of my head, and then coming back through center. Do whatever you need now. Maybe it's more of this Sukhasana with your feet together and your knees out wide. but hopefully you can feel a weightlessness from the movement that you've had in your body. And my philosophy is you move the body, releasing any type of obsession that you have in your mind, this constant rat in a wheel type of mentality, to get into the body, and you let the body be the driver's seat. And then when you silence the mind and the body, then you can get into the spirit to really find the connective piece that unites all of us. I hope that you've had a wonderful morning. Hope this jumpstarts you in the best way possible. It is me here giving you all the light, love, nourishment that you may need for the rest of your morning, the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me here on your mat. Namaste.
We at Wellness Plus specialize in all things health and wellness, ranging from yoga and fitness to massage and ASMR. Whether you are looking to target specific areas of tension or want to enhance your general self-care routine, we provide the tools you need to feel better, look better, and live better. We have courses for every level, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro. Our courses provide a wide range in difficulty to accommodate your evolving flow.
Welcome back to Yoga with Jess. We are going to break down some really essential postures.
We are going to rock out with some of the most essential ab exercises that you need to have the abs that you've always dreamed of.
I've blended techniques to help you connect with students, and you can be a rock star teacher.
Wellness Plus is available on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.